Hey guys, Miss Jagger here, and welcome back to another channel update. First of all, the big news. It's my birthday next week! Woo! Yeah! Yes, indeed, my birthday is upon the next week, which means I will be going on holiday to go visit some old friends and have a jolly old time getting absolutely shit-faced. But do not worry, this does not mean I'm going to be, having a break from YouTube throughout that 1 week or whatever. So, basically, normal service is resuming, it's just going to be scheduled. So in a sense, it's almost pointless me telling you this, because potentially you may never know, but you know what, I like to share things. So yeah, on my birthday, I will be probably down somewhere, having a drink, enjoying a good time with my friends, and just enjoying everything really. It's nice when you're drunk. So yeah, that's going to be the main thing. So to summarize, without excitement, for next week it's my birthday, so what will probably happen is I will schedule upload, possibly Napoleon stuff, possibly Dawn of War stuff, that sort of region. So there may be 2 episodes of Nappy or 2 episodes of Dawn of War, that sort of thing. Anyway, going on to other bits of news. Something which kind of, I hope, is more of a futuristic thing, and I don't want to say too much in case I can't, in case of something happening, because we're still kind of in the early stages of it, but still, I want to talk about it. Basically, for any of you guys who may know, I am part of the Priests of Wololol clan, which is primarily a World of Tanks thing, though recently over the course of the last few months, we've kind of been dying down as a community. I'd say over the course of the last year, in fact, our sort of presence in the online sort of stuff, even in World of Tanks to a degree, has definitely degraded for a bit, which, mainly, I think the majority of the cases is that we kind of splintered off into our own little small sections. And while, it's fun and we're still part of the community, we're not really a big community, or at least, that kind of community that everyone can sort of easily recognize or whatnot. So basically, we've kind of have a rebirth, a reborning, good God. Great grammar there, Miss J. Grammar, even, oh, you know what, forget it. English language is never my forte. So yeah, we've been reborn. That's the word I wanted to go for, and we're slowly starting to sort of get our shit together and begin to make more progress. Now, the reason why I'm sort of making this sort of thing is because in some points in the future, I'm definitely going to be trying to take part in doing more of these things, and also probably similar. Probably we're going to try and do something similar in regards to the Arma 3 videos that I do, where I'm part of certain clan activities on certain games. Because the primary aspect of Priests of War is not that we're dedicated towards one game or we're dedicated towards one thing. It's pretty much we're all dedicated towards, a group of friends who enjoy alongside each other on things, who can help teach people how to play games that they enjoy, be able to provide assistance to those in trouble in certain other games, or just chill out, in a single room and watch anime. Even just sitting down watching some Shokugeki no Soma or I don't know, Okusama na Saito Kaicho. If any of you guys know what that is, way. So yeah, that kind of thing. That's the main core aspect of the group. Is we're all together as friends, but we also have clan-related activities to have on certain games. And we sort of, as I said, we're in the early stages at the moment, so bit of a slurper in my copy, apologies. So there we go. So basically so hopefully at some point in the future I can start making more videos related to that. At some point hopefully there'll be a channel dedicated to all the shit that we do. As said, we're in the early stages right now, so I can't really say whether or not it's going to be a major thing into the future, but fingers crossed, touch wood, we can definitely see more stuff coming out of this group. I mean, you've already seen the video previously on the Wednesday of this week, where we're basically jumping around on tier 6 games. Hopefully we're going to get more of that, hopefully more silly stuff. Generally speaking, it's going to be it's just going to be fun. Stupid amounts of fun. And hopefully we can start sort of making more videos around that kind of variety. Or be able to just have moments of silliness whilst also doing other things. So, that's the hope. And also it means there's extra style of content for you guys. And I like bringing new stuff to the table, though admittedly I don't want to do that thing where I bring too much new stuff to the table and then I end up having to withdraw shit because it's well, I can't really find any inspiration. But, either way, hopefully this will develop into something nice. So, there you go on that one. Okay, so going on to a bit of random but kind of generalish news. basically, I'm having a bit of a relapse on some of my moral standings regarding kind of 3 games. Though one is very, very, like, mythy. Like, we're in a grey area completely with this one. But basically, there are 3 games which I have objected to playing / stopped playing for various moral reasons. Modern Warfare Remastered, Battlefield 1, and War Thunder. Now, obviously, for any of you guys out there who know my stance on, we'll get into War Thunder then, but obviously, any of you guys who are gamers who have enjoyed Call of Duty, I'm fairly convinced most, if not all of you, have enjoyed Call of Duty, you may no doubt know that Activision are being right scumbags with this recent release of Infinite Warfare. They basically are saying, hey, look at this really awesome game, you know, Modern Warfare Remastered, that we made almost 10 years ago and can be available for you. Except we're going to have to make you buy our shitty, porty copy. It's literally it's like, can you spot the difference between the good and the shit? So, yeah, basically, to summarize, Activision have made it pretty much impossible for anyone who is a fan of Call of Duty to forego the Infinite Warfare and just get the remastered package of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which in my opinion is incredibly scummy. I think they probably would have made more than more than the bloody Infinite Warfare's game's worth, if they just said, hey, fuck it, let's just sell Modern Warfare Remastered, you know, or better still, let's sell Modern Warfare Remastered with a number of Modern Warfare 2's maps, or remaster, you know, I'm not saying remasters are the way to go for future of gaming, but Modern Warfare Remastered is pretty much the most fucking awesome thing at the moment, you know, I mean, when I was younger, I was on the Xbox 360 when Modern Warfare came out, and literally, I call it the golden age. 2007, 2008, kind of tailing off after 2009. You literally had Halo 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and those were the 2 big fuckers in the on the console universe. You also had Gears of War, but I don't think that had as much of a presence. It was literally COD or Halo. And my god, were they the golden days. Yes, they were somewhat sexist, because any girl who went into a lobby, the guys ripped the shit out of. Not exactly proud of that part of gaming history. But also, it was full of people who actually gave a damn about the fucking game. Not these 10-year-old shits whose parents are so incompetent, they don't even know what the 1-8 symbol actually fucking means. So you get, you know... Because back then, if there was a little shit, because there always was a little shit, we would end up, instead of just dealing with the little fucker as he whines on his microphone, we would all gang up on him, even the enemy team, and told the little shit to fuck off. And it was glorious, because he did. It was literally like, we're all adults here, you're 10 years old, fuck off! And it was magical, because he would cry and then leave the lobby. It was brilliant, I love it. I was a dick back then, but fuck it, little shit ain't going on our game. So anyway, so yeah, basically, golden age of gaming in my opinion, because it was, you know, that was the jam, and Modern Warfare was beautiful, and I'm fairly certain any COD veteran who remembers that game will agree that was probably the best point of Call of Duty. So going back to the reasons why I'm having a bit of a moral relapse is because, well, it's my jam. I've spent, if I had played it on Steam, I could probably clock in over 2,000 hours, probably 3,000 hours, possibly more, on that Call of Duty game. I prestiged like once because I kind of got up to the top level and didn't see a need to prestige until like late in the series, like when I finally thought, fuck it, why not? But no, that game was magical and I loved it. So basically, but unfortunately, even though I don't like what Activision has done, I still think that people are going to buy it. So unfortunately, I will probably end up having to grab that game for myself because it's Modern Warfare. Though I guarantee, if I could find a way of just installing Modern Warfare and not installing Infinite Warfare, I'll be happy. If they make us fucking download it as part of a 2-prong, I will fucking... I will constantly vote down and say, this piece of shit is only here because of Modern Warfare. Anyway, enough of my rambling on about that. The other game which I'm having a moral standing, and this is more as because of my own personal, beliefs as as an amateur historian, like someone who just really enjoys history for me, is Battlefield 1. Because Battlefield 1, obviously, if you don't know, the reason why I'm having a go is because, well, if you haven't heard too much about like what they're planning for the first sort of initial release of the game, the amount of it's mainly the multiplayer side of things. I think the storyline, like I've recently seen some of the single player aspects, and it is definitely looking good. But one of the there's like a thing in the multiplayer which really pissed me off when I heard about it. Is the fact that in multiplayer, the nations that will be in the game as such, when it first come out, will be as this: British, German, Austro-Hungarian, Italian, Ottoman, and American. Where the fuck is France and Russia? And why, oh why, are we having a nation that did pretty much fuck all until the later stages of the war? In fact, the last year of the war did they finally turn up. I mean, I know they did some things, and I respect what they did during the war. God help any poor bastard who had to fight through that. But still, they did fuck all. A majority of the time, they bitched and moaned about joining. They were like, no, 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 we don't want to involve ourselves in this war. And only, I've yet to watch the whole thing on fucking Great War, but only when they probably finally had their ships sunk a number of times, X, Y, Z, did they finally join the war. Whereas this game is about the First World War. Surely they would put the two nations that were quite an important part of that war. Like, throughout the fucking history of the war, you have battles like Brest-Litovsk. You've got the French fighting in the field of Flanders. You've got the Battle of Verdun. There's a fucking game called Verdun. And you're just going to accept and pretend that you don't know what the fuck that nation is you're currently fighting in. I mean, I understand why they've gone American instead of Russian and France, because their audience in America would bitch and moan, but for fuck's sake, I would happily hear Americans bitch, whine, and moan about the lack of an American force inside of them. I mean, there's no Canadians or Australians, or they may be considered as British because of the part of the British Empire, but it's like, no, where are the Anzacs? Where are the freaking New Zealanders? Where are the Indians? Where are the guys who actually fucking fought there? It's insulting. And this is what really made me bitter about it. Because it's like, how fucking dare you? You fucking ignore the two biggest nations in that entire fucking conflict. The two great nations that one of my relatives died fighting in. You fucking pigs. But anyway, enough of a rant. Basically, I was very pissed off at that. But, unfortunately, as with fucking Modern Warfare, it probably will be coming out as a DLC, and I also very much enjoy the gameplay of it. And as I said, I'm not feeling happy about this, but it's a game I want to get because it's, it's World War I. It's the first game that I think a major, there have been World War I games, as I said, Verdun. But it just, Verdun, in my opinion, is probably better in the sense of historical accuracy. I mean, for fuck's sake, the amount of auto and semi-automatic weapons that are used there, it's just like, didn't happen, didn't you? They weren't as commonly used until the end of the war. But then again, they are actually, I think the kudos to them, they're actually focusing primarily around the late war, which is probably the only fucking time you can actually do that. But still, I'm not pleased about it, rest assured, but at the same time, I'm hoping that they'll make the French DLC. Well, it is EA. They are the evil conglomerate bastards of the universe, so who knows. But that might be a game. Here's the thing. I'm not, with Modern Warfare, it's a guarantee for me, whereas with Battlefield, it's a possible. It's a maybe. I might want to get it, I might not, but I'm sort of having moral, oh, it's looking really good, but they're pricks, sort of thing. So I'm hoping that they treat it with dignity and respect, because that is not something you fuck about with. Modern Warfare you can piss and laugh about all over the place because it's modern. Shit is not, it's, unless you're trying to represent something that happened in modern times, you can fuck about with whatever nation you want. You go back in time to a very big, nasty part of our history and then pretend that certain nations weren't taking part. It's like, fuck you, history. It's like, fuck you, history, we don't care. It's kind of how I interpreted it. Anyway, quick slurp of the coffee. Anyway, So, lovely coffee. Anyway, so the last game I'm sort of having kind of thoughts about, though admittedly, as I said, this is the grey area that I had no real desires for, is War Thunder. Now, the reason why I say this is probably also because it, as much as it's a stupid game, well, no, here's the thing. I don't know if I've said it before, but I'll say it again, is I don't hate War Thunder itself. To me, War Thunder, the game only, is absolutely fantastic. You know, it is a magnificent game. You know, the concept is absolutely beautiful, and I really wish I prayed to the gods, and I pray to the gods now because hopefully something good might happen. You know, and it was a great game, and I fucking loved it, and it was glorious. You know, and then it got ruined because the thing is, the game itself is glorious, but it's the company that fucking runs it. That's the problem. It's that fucking Gaijin, that son of a bitch Ivan, who just sits on his sodding chair up wherever he bloody lives, and openly acknowledges that he doesn't care about YouTubers who critique his game. He just says, hey, let's abuse the YouTube critique, copyright system and get, like, takedown strikes on videos that are openly expressing their own opinion on that game. And when, of course, I heard about that story, I literally stopped playing. I quit. I was like, no, fuck you, War Thunder. Fuck you, Gaijin. I'm not going to play your shitty game because you're morally unfucking just. You know, it is an insult to gaming that you're a company that can still earn money, you know, and I pray for the day that I hear the news that Gaijin have gone under, because every one of those PR bastards who, I feel sorry for anyone working underneath the guy, or who aren't, who are just developing and earning money for their families. They're okay. They're not the big shot wanker who is the CEO, who basically thinks putting missile systems that you can cheat with in a game where you're trying to represent history here in realistic factors. Right. That's the kind of thing. So, as I said, the reason mainly for this is because it is still a popular game, despite the numerous controversies of its developer. It still is a popular game. And, I'm having a look on the... Admittedly, I'm looking on the Steam system for it, but it's still, it's still kind of,
Oh shit. Turn.
it's still a popular game. A number of my friends play it, and while I don't really agree with it, and I don't like its concept, it's just like, unfortunately, that's just the situation we're in now. And, as I said, mainly the reason why I say this, of course, there's a fucking Shilka in World War II. Anyway, it may turn out to be good, and maybe if it turns out well, and as I said, it's a popular map game, so, I may end up having to go back to it. I'm never spending a single penny on it again, though, like, that's the thing. And I said, it is still very much a grey area for me, because it is like, you're insulting history, as well as insulting gamers in general, so... yeah, fuck you, Gaijin, you piece of shit, you scum that suck on a leech for nutrition.
I got a really good bit where you kind of
I'm just sort of looking at the thing, and it's just like, why? It used to be a great game as well. That's the worst part. It used to be a great game. But then they were like, hey, Gaijin, everybody, let's fuck all players, yes? Fuck you, players. So, yeah. Fuck that. Fuck that game. It is very bad. Well, no, fuck the company. The game itself is good until a certain point, but the company that runs it is very shit. Anyway, so that's me rumbling enough feathers now. And also, we've been doing this for nearly 20 minutes, so this is probably the longest channel update I've ever done, but I think it was only necessary because, well, yeah. So, to summarize, birthday week next week. Woo! So that'll be something to be happy about. Then it's the Priest of Wololol. We've been reformed, so things are potentially getting up onto Steam, getting up to speed, and hopefully we'll be able to do more and more things and be able to enjoy more and more videos. And then excuse me, finally, 3 video games that I am sort of having second thoughts on and possibly wanting to get. Primarily, it's just one that I know I'm going to be getting, and the other 2 are sort of a maybe, with the War Thunder being an extreme, maybe getting back into. But as said, I'm probably not, judging from how shitty the game looks right now, or at least how shitty the game company is running it. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking with me for 20 minutes. You probably... Anyone who is still here, thank you very much. To anyone else, thank you for even watching it. And also, I just want to take this opportunity to once again thank everyone who has stuck with the channel. I had a look on my subscribers recently. I'm having a look now. 828 subscribers, and we had our 1,000th video. Fuck yeah. On last Friday was the 1,000th video, so I am... Oh, fucking hell. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much to everyone who has stuck with the channel. And I hope that we can all, you know, hopefully we can all, you know, progress and grow more. And as said, I will bring you guys more channel update news if the Priest of Volleyball community begins to build up again and do more and more things. And then I can link you guys to the channel, but, you know, to the Steam group / YouTube channel, whereupon then you can see more and more stuff. So thank you very much for watching this, guys. This is Miss Jager, signing out.